there are a couple of Muslim reverts that I really admire and I like the way they think. Some Muslims may not like my video. The reason I'm making this video is to have a healthy discussion, not only among Muslims, but also among people of other faith. This guy, he used to be a Christian, and I believe he has reverted to Islam. So after reading Quran, he has few questions.
I just don't understand. Islam says that Muhammad is only a messenger. But then, is he only a messenger? Because he's only a messenger, why is Muhammad the best example of a person to exist? Like, what about all the other prophets? Is he more than a prophet, or is he just a prophet? If he's just a prophet, then why is the religion all about him? You know what I mean? I don't understand. Why is it just because he's the last one, does it make him like so much more important than all the other ones? But then people will say, well, he's not more important than the other ones. But nobody talks about the other prophets. Even in the Shahada, you don't even mention the other prophets. You only mention Muhammad. Like, it's just like, this is what's holding me back from understanding the religion. Is it's not only about God, it's about God and Muhammad.
The biggest thing that attracts a lot of people to Islam is its concept of worshipping only one God. There's no God but God. However, you can see that a lot of time people start worshipping Prophet Muhammad, or they exaggerate his value. Prophet Muhammad, according to Islam, is a messenger of God, just like other prophets and other messengers of God. The only thing different with Prophet Muhammad is that he is the last prophet and he sealed all the prophets. But it doesn't mean that his value is higher than Jesus, which we call Prophet Isa. So they both have same value, and there are a lot of other prophets. So this girl, I really like her. She is a revert also, and she's on TikTok.
I'm going to show you how they are using translations of the Quran to manipulate people into idolizing our Prophet Muhammad and to elevate him above all other prophets. Okay, let me show you. Read this verse. You have an excellent example in the Messenger of God. Okay, now we're going to read the Arabic words in this verse. These are it on the website Corpus Quran. Now, what is translated to an excellent example is this Arabic word. If you click on this word, you find all the verses where the same word or the same root word are used. Now, you see that there are two more verses where the exact same word is used. One to refer to the Prophet Abraham, and one to refer to those with Prophet Abraham. Now, when it's about our Prophet Muhammad, they say an excellent example, but when they speak about the others, then they say an example. It's the exact same Arabic word. So you see, this happens all throughout the Quran. So you cannot just rely on any translations. You have to do some research, okay? It's very important that we will not make distinction between the messengers of God. All messengers had one duty alone, that was to guide people towards God, not towards themselves. Okay? Don't forget. Assalamu alaikum.
She made such an excellent point, and I'm really impressed by how she has done her own research. A lot of time what happens is that we just start listening to a Muslim scholar and like just do whatever they are saying, and it's good, it's okay. You can take you can definitely get guidance from scholars, and even hadith. I'm not a complete hadith rejecter. My take on hadith is that it's supportive evidence. Like if something, Quran is the basic thing and Islam is all about submission to Allah, period. Submission to Allah, period. So I just don't even understand why in Shahada we have Prophet Muhammad in there. It's known that he is the messenger, he is the last messenger of God, and he has provided us with guidance, but there is a first messenger of God and there are so many other prophets, and we as Muslims have to believe in all those prophets. Why do we elevate Prophet Muhammad, and why do we put him in Shahada when Shahada should be there is no God except God, full stop. That is so much more powerful.
I know why everybody talks about Muhammad more than the other people, because it's like he's the most recent, there's the most information on him. It just seems like a snowball effect of everybody thinking that it's all about Muhammad when the religion is not about Muhammad. He's nothing but a messenger. It literally says that in the book. But it's like holds me back from becoming part of the religion, because I'm like, wait, so you have to like love Muhammad to become part of the religion? And then that's what it seems like. I know you don't from the book, but then when you add in the hadiths, it's like, oh, there's a whole nother level of worshiping this guy. Or not worshiping, like not praying to him, but like a whole level of honoring and revering him so much. I'm just so tired of like talking about humans. I just want to know how to be like a good man. And I think you do that when you follow God, when you follow the uncreated creator, like when you follow the natural laws of the world. God will reward you.
Humans have a tendency to put people on pedestal. We all do. We've seen it in celebrities. We just like, people have tendency to do that. But it's just, we have to be very cautious not to worship or idealize someone or elevate someone to the level when they almost become God. There's a very, very fine balance. So those hadiths that direct me towards God, I like those hadiths, and those that support Quran. However, there are some hadiths that I just like, I know Prophet Muhammad cannot say things like that, and they are already, like some of these scholars have also like explained in detail why they are weak hadiths. Studying hadith is in itself really like, it's a very big task because we have so many hadiths. But why Quran is not enough? Hadiths are good to support Quran. Like hadith tell us how to pray. On Day of Judgment, we cannot tell our creator that, oh, I was listening to that scholar and that scholar misguided me, that's why I didn't do it. No, it is our responsibility. That's why we have free will. That's why we have a mind, logical mind. That's why we have consciousness. We are born with all these things to understand, to reflect, and to understand the truth about this life, about the afterlife. This is our responsibility. Okay, so this is the last clip I want to share of that girl.
The Quran is a living book. I swear. The more you read it, the more you repeat reading it, it's like you unlock levels of consciousness. I just had a major realization when I read this verse again. Chapter 3, verse 65, that says, O people of the book, why do you debate with us about Abraham when the Torah and the Gospel were not revealed except after him? Do you not comprehend? Now, whenever I read do you not comprehend, I take it like a personal attack and think about it, because it's important to ponder, reflect upon the verses of the Quran. Because the worst of creatures in the sight of God are those who do not reason. So do not be like a sheep following others, unless you want that title of being the worst of creatures. I don't. Okay, so I was thinking, how often does God say, follow the creed of Abraham? He was not an idol worshipper, but a monotheist. And now by reading this verse, it brought it to a new level. Because how did Abraham guide people in the right direction without any scriptures? By God's guidance, relying upon God alone and not on anything else, not clinging onto anything else except God. And that is what many people are doing. Christians are clinging onto Jesus. Muslims are clinging onto the Prophet Muhammad. We're clinging onto all these things in this world. And that is not what we should do. We should follow the creed of Abraham, the religion of monotheism, and cling onto nothing except
Even
God.
Prophet Muhammad didn't want anything about his life or what he does documented or written, and he only wanted Quran to be written when he was alive. He made sure nothing about him get written. Why was that? It's in hadith and we have proof. There was only Quran written and there was no other, like nothing about Prophet Muhammad was written. The hadiths were not even written by his friends. People started writing about it 150 to 200 years after. An Islamic law, that is the law right now, came into place, I believe, 300 years after Prophet Muhammad. Quran is the only thing that Prophet Muhammad wanted to be preserved, because he seems like he was also concerned and worried that people will start idolizing him. So all the prophets and messengers, they are chosen people, but we have to make sure that we cannot put them at such a high level that we start worshipping them, or they come between our connection with Allah. We can have that's the beauty of monotheism, that we can have a direct connection with Allah. Arabic is not my first language, but when I read Quran, I get so much peace. Why is it? And I'm not the only one. A lot of like non-Muslims say the same thing. So it is a powerful book. It has a different type of energy. Okay, I'm going to also share a story that when I distanced myself from Islam, I became very spiritual. I started meditating. Whenever I was having a difficult time, I would reach out to universe, and it's not the same as when I now am having a difficult time, I reach out to Allah. It's a completely different feeling, and the peace I get after I reach out to Allah, it's so different than reaching out to universe. It's not the same thing. And that part I really like about our monotheistic religion, and we have to keep it monotheistic. We cannot bring humanly people and start worshipping them. If you give someone such high value, it's going to affect your connection with Allah. If you read Quran, the only thing you'll feel is that everything is guiding us towards Allah, and that should be our sole purpose and our sole goal. But again, this is my humble opinion. You can disagree with me, and please be respectful, be kind, and you can share your opinion in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.